eating?
Have we started filming? Okay, we're talking about my Lucy's now,
Okay.
straight up.
Yeah.
Um,
On film, off film. It's fine.
it's okay. I don't know. I feel like when I eat like when I consume lactose, like then my tummy starts to go bad.
Are you consuming a lot of lactose?
I try not to.
Do you enjoy lactose?
On and off. I don't like cheese as much, paneer at times.
I like milk here a lot. Even I'm slightly lactose.
It's too good. Plus, it's
But-
even if I have whey protein, right? Like it just taps into it. Oh, Pranay, you'll have to stand there and do to people. Yeah. Bus. Okay, listen. So what were we talking about before we start? Before we cut this?
I think about like
Bodies, aesthetics.
yeah, how like like I've seen a lot of changes personally.
Right.
Since I've lost weight.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, reinforces that whole thing that, okay, yeah, if you're better looking, you're treated better, at least as a girl.
Correct.
I can't, maybe for men, if they're richer, they're treated better. But
Yeah.
for women, 100%. I'm a strong believer that, because I faced it personally, I
Yeah.
can only say that,
Absolutely.
that if you look better, naturally कुछ चीजें easier हो जाती.
But क्या easy होता है?
अगर पार्किंग लॉट में फंसे हो, बहुत सारी कार्स है, अरे भैया उनको आराम से बोलो, हटा देंगे.
हटवा देंगे. Yeah. So people are nicer to you
चीजें, हाँ.
if you're good looking.
Yeah, you're good looking, you say something
get
politely.
pretty
man,
privileged.
See, you also placed me on the left side, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I own my pretty privilege.
Right.
So why not?
Place you on the left side means you asked us and
I asked you, no?
And
Left
you will-
profile, yeah.
100% both of
I love that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll of course give you whatever you. Even my left profile, I feel like is better, but that's why I'm facing the center, the middle. So
That's smart.
coming back to like, this one clip that one piece that you recently made. It's called Gym Anxiety. Like the first time you go to the gym, it's possibly like people looking at you,
yeah,
judging you because you're either overweight or like trying to do something. And I face that a lot. I feel like I faced that in life where and for guys it's different, right? Like it's like, oh, how much can you deadlift or how much can you fucking bench, and like
It's very number centric.
it's very number centric.
For sure.
So I also, how I tackle this is I go to the gym at an hour where I know I won't find anyone. I'll just do my thing. For me, that comes from a place of, hey, it's my time, it's me time. So like I position something like that in my own head where I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about like me lift how much weight I'm lifting. Right?
And having an empty gym is like a blessing, man.
Exactly.
Like, it takes the pressure off, especially for a beginner, because I remember I struggled with a lot of gym anxiety. All the weight that I had lost, it was mostly through, what was happening in the kitchen and what was happening with my diet. But when it came to going to the gym, because I also wanted a more holistic approach to health. If I was studying the topic, if I was learning about it, I needed to be there to understand it as well. So I remember my ex, when I was in London, he used to hit the gym every day.
Fit guy?
Yeah, fit guy.
Okay.
And he took me to fitness first, and I went, and I remember like I was clueless what to do, and everybody was doing things. And over there in the UK, like, well, there are a lot of women in the gym also. Over here in India, I think you see lesser, but over there, like, they're doing like such pro shit, and for someone who's entering for the first time, it's extremely daunting.
Yeah.
So I remember I did like 2 exercises that I'd asked him, and then like I ran and I texted him, I'm at home, see you afterwards, because I was so scared. Then
I feel like my family also doesn't work out because of this reason, because they don't, at times they just feel a little shy to go to the gym.
But then, there's an option of having a personal trainer also.
Correct.
I feel like a lot of people do say that, okay, fine, we're going to work out by ourselves, do everything at home, not have anyone accountable of our workouts.
Correct.
वो नहीं होता.
नहीं होता.
When you go to a gym, there is a reason you have to get through that gym anxiety, because there are a lot of perks also. Once you go there, it's a mindset shift that happens. It's, okay, fine, the exercise benefits and everything with your muscles and everything, great. But when I walk out of the gym and I'm going in with a bad mood, I come out with a good mood. And wo consistency that comes from going to the gym doesn't happen in home workouts, in my opinion. So I feel like everybody needs to sort of familiarize themselves with that space. Start with home training.
Correct.
If, okay, fine, you feel very uncomfortable stepping in. But like you're saying, so I also, for the longest time, the first gym that I actually started training at was Koram.
Okay.
And Sumaya gym at Koram. And
How long ago was this?
this was 3 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your entire journey has been like 3 years and you
Yeah, very fresh.
very fresh.
That's why. So I had a lot of gym anxiety, but I remember I used to go from 2 to 3 p.m. Nobody used to get there in the gym. It was me and my trainer, and he would just tell me what to do. And still till date, I have like 2 trainers, one at Knox and one at Koram,
Right.
because I just feel like I feel a little more guided.
Okay.
Still,
Yeah.
I also have a little bit of gym anxiety.
I feel like this is a real thing, right? I was speaking to Joel also about this like a while ago. Even he looks out for people to like coach him in like certain areas of his fitness, right? Like you always need to be learning. To be teaching, you need to be learning.
Exactly, absolutely. And there are so many things that when you are training, you can miss out. But if there is someone designated, standing there, accountable, making sure everything is happening to precision, things like injuries would go down a lot.
I feel like that's also where gym buddies come in. Like for people who do not want to pay for person training at the gym because it can be a little expensive, right?
Ask me.
Yeah. So you get people to keep you accountable.
Yeah.
So it's more about accountability than...
It is about accountability, which is why I promote so much of like friends going to the gym also. I had an entire, mockumentary series about like taking your mom to the gym, taking your best friend to the gym.
Yes, I know that.
Things around that.
So tell me one thing that women get wrong about fitness in general, because now you're dragging all your friends and you speak to them about your fitness journeys, and are all of them do all women know what to get right at the gym, what to get right with their nutrition and all of these things? Because you mentioned that when you talk to a lot of these girls around you, they may be doing things or maybe eating things or like consuming whatever they've been doing with their fitness and their wellness thing. Some of them don't even know that they're like borderline getting onto something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So firstly, I feel like because there is so much information, there is also so much misinformation. For anybody, even for a beginner who has no background in health, this phase at all, if they open the internet, they have access to 100 people saying 100 contradictory things, which basically confuses a person. What I think is it comes down to very simple things. You have enough protein, you get your fiber in, you go train, you lift, and you do something for your heart health. Whether that's, going for a game of pickleball, whether that's going for a run. So I feel like if you get your nutrition, your rest, and your exercise sorted, you are good to go. I see a lot of people also, they come train every day, but their nutrition is not sorted.
Correct.
So then nothing happens.
Same like me, yeah.
There's like this meme of this guy from Family Guy also, the guy who goes to the gym every day. Uske kapde badalte rehte, kuch size wise nahi badalta.
मतलब समझ नहीं आया.
There was this meme where like Family Guy, like every day they show like his clothes and all changing, and like ऊपर लिखा हुआ है that the guy who goes to the gym but doesn't eat right.
So I think this is now like, this is one thing that everybody knows, that your bodies are made in like the kitchen instead of the gym. Like I think that's such a real thing.
100. I made my body in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And throwing up.
Yeah.
Part time.
Yeah. No, but so tell me now, are women actually like with these eating disorders? Is that a really big thing? Like, do a lot of women do it, or a lot of guys also? Like, I don't know.
I feel like I haven't personally come across any men. But I do feel like I don't see a lot of women having full-fledged eating disorders, and even if they do, I don't think anybody would very comfortably sort of come up and talk about it. But I do see small, symptoms or signs that may lead to disordered behavior. So, for example, chasing vanity sometimes for women can get a little obsessive, which it has for me also, which may, sort of bring you to the brim of something that's a lot more dangerous. So I've seen a lot of women in that territory.
Okay.
Like I also have a friend who casually throws up, but there's no name to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
throws up after doing what? Like after eating.
Okay, she drinks
Yeah.
and then she eats a lot
Yeah.
and then she uses drinking as an excuse to throw up because it's a loophole.
Correct.
You know, we make loopholes in our
You
mind
can
and
tap into that.
then you're very delulu into it.
Yeah. So tell me one more thing, like, but you spoke about your vanity and how it made you really confident, but your confidence also came from so many other places, right? Like you actually
But that's a
fucking hit
lot
the
more
gym.
recent.
Yeah, you actually fucking hit the gym. You clean your fucking diet up. What you're doing with your career is fucking awesome, right?
True. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
And it's all reflecting into your personality and like building your boosting your confidence. Does that same thing come from, hey, I just look more aesthetic, so hey, I have this?
No, man, I
Superficial.
seriously, can I tell you something? I feel like I have more balls than most men I meet.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm telling you this because it's not easy putting up content like this
Not-
online.
Not at all.
All talking content, saying shit like you won't find this in a man's pants. Like
Yeah.
you judge yourself 10 times before putting it like. But
Correct.
I feel like this content creation journey has sort of made me appreciate my personality and
Exactly.
who I am and be okay with
It's
it.
authentic,
You know,
right?
it's authentic.
Yeah.
And now, like,
And it's done tastefully, like
it's done tastefully.
Exactly.
That too, you know, or you blend in with like, it's very easy to get like, you know, the wrong kind of crowd, like
Right.
spamming your account. But
Right.
touch
You
wood,
get
like,
that?
I do get that.
Of course you
yeah.
get that, yeah.
Yeah. They're very
Men on the internet aren't like,
men on the
fine.
internet. Not, yeah, they, you know, all the insults that I also mostly get are from men only.
but what made you get into like sharing all of this on social media? Was it because your mom has also been doing that, so was that a reflection of her?
So I used to do, I used to creative direct all like her videos and I used to script them and everything. So I was doing that for her. But when it came to sort of posting pictures and videos and all, I had never thought that I would ever have the balls to do that because I was so insecure.
Right.
And, you know, all my life, like, that had been a big theme. So, tapping out of that space and putting content was a really, really bold move for me because I hadn't imagined it. When I was young, I knew this, that there was a time I wanted to be a writer, there was a time I wanted to be an actress too.
Okay, love.
And now I feel like I've blended both those worlds in such a beautiful way, inculcating fitness in a way that meri zindagi mein hoegi.
But that's what social media has really allowed us to do, right? Like content creation platforms is you can be whatever, do whatever, and make a career out of it. Like you can take things in your own hand. If you want to become an actor, like you're doing it on your own. You're building your stories out. You're the one man show in the kind of content you're putting out, and you're reaching to the right audience.
That's what,
Yeah.
you know, getting distribution also, it can swing out in so many different ways. If you want to be a media personality, if you want to start your own startup,
Yeah.
like distribution can never be bad. So for me, the start of this was that I just want to build an audience and then let's see where life takes me. So I had a very open, like I have a very open approach.
So these past 3 years have been like a bit of a game changer more than anything else for you?
The last year has been very
Last year.
transformative for me.
Okay.
My prefrontal cortex is hitting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm adulting.
You tap into that energy. Do you meditate? Do all of those things?
So I want to start meditating.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to do. I do affirmations
Okay. Sweet.
and I journal
Yeah.
and
Those are forms of meditation.
forms of meditation,
Yeah.
but it's very hard for me to sit still for 20-30 minutes.
And it comes with time. It takes,
Comes with time.
yeah, you start
And-
with 5. I meditate and I meditate a lot. I meditate for about
enjoy
like, I love it. I meditate for about like 90 minutes every day. 45 in the day, 45 at night.
And how do you meditate?
I do breath work.
Okay.
I do breath work mostly. I started with like guided meditations, but now I can tap into like my breath and then like be focused.
And when you come out of like a meditation session, how do you feel?
So I'll tell you how you feel. Have you done yoga before?
Yeah.
So exactly, right? If you've done yoga for longer periods of time, you feel that your mind becomes a little calm, like
Clear.
clear, like you're not at usual hours, your mind's fucking rushing. Oh, this, that. Like everything is so fast that's happening around you.
Yeah.
Like everything tends to just slow the fuck down for those like 90 minutes or like post those 90 minutes as well. and that change starts reflecting overall in your life.
100%. I feel like everybody needs to have mediums where they calm themselves down,
Right.
even if it's difficult for them
Yeah.
to sort of start off with this. Because at least in, like I was telling you, in the last year, this year has been extremely transformative in terms of work, in terms of how I think,
Correct.
how I want to create, who I want to be.
Yeah.
So, wait, I lost my flow. What were we talking about? Tell.
Meditation and like
Yeah. So
and-
things had just become so fast,
Yeah.
so quickly in 1 year that now I feel like if I don't stop and take a breath, like
Mm.
I don't know what will happen
Yeah,
because
you don't step out as much either, right? Like you don't go out to
yeah,
party and like do all those
yeah.
things. Why? Like
I don't even miss it that much. I have done it. I stopped drinking.
Hmm.
So that was a big part of like
Yeah.
not going out as much. And like I got very like you know, systematic about my sleep also.
Hmm.
Like it happened very naturally, very organically that I didn't want to sleep at 4 a.m.
Hmm.
If there is a day that I see sunlight before I close my eyes, I feel like I've committed the biggest crime.
Yeah. What do you feel like is the right balance between like drinking, non-drinking, in general? Like you
I don't promote drinking
You don't-
at all.
yeah, okay.
No. That's also because of a lot of personal reasons.
Yeah.
For one, though, I never enjoyed drinking.
Mhm.
You know, I felt like the effect that it had on me later, the hangovers and all that,
And that's
not worth it for me.
Yeah.
Secondly, my eating disorder was also heavily associated with drinking.
Mm.
So it sort of brings about that little bit of PTSD also that,
Right.
okay, you know, like I've had all those, like when you've had an eating disorder, you're more susceptible to have a relapse of it.
Okay.
So naturally, you stay away from triggers.
Correct.
So for me, alcohol also did become a trigger.
And
And
when do you quit drinking?
it's been a couple months now.
Oh, couple of months.
Couple months.
Fairly recent.
Yeah, I'm very like comfortable. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning so much. I'm learning about myself.
Yeah.
And
And
now,
I feel like yes, that's a great thing for you to say because I feel like it's a constant process of like learning about your body, learning about your mind.
absolutely.
And everyone thinks, oh, like I'll watch these couple of YouTube videos and like I'll get my shit right. It's different for
It's a lot
everyone.
more internal, and I think at some point in everyone's life, if you have basic brains, it kicks in.
Hmm.
So for me also, like my relationship with my body became a lot smoother last year when I was like, "Okay, even if it's fat, it's my body, no. Like I can't leave it and go. It's my home." So and like that affection started coming in that if I don't sleep, I'm not gonna like
Good
feel
the
good.
next day.
I can't wake up at 12. I'm up at 7 a.m. every single day of the
Wow.
week because I love that.
Yeah.
So
What's your
I
routine?
feel like I wake up.
What
I-
time? What time?
What's the
What
time? Like this.
what you
Okay,
what do you
cool.
eat for breakfast? What are the snacks?
So I wake up around 7:30.
Right.
I journal most mornings. I try to, and then I have water before I have anything at all. I open all my curtains. I love doing that in the morning, and then I have a matcha. I have some walnuts.
Right.
I have badam,
Right.
and then I have this recipe of South Indian eggs where I make like this anda bhurji in a South Indian style.
Yeah.
I love South Indian
Yeah.
food. So
How many
eggs
eggs do you eat in
consume in it. Actually, in the morning, 3 eggs.
3 eggs? Okay.
3 eggs I have in the morning.
Yeah.
And that usually sails me through lunch because I have a good bowl of like nuts and everything before with my matcha.
Yeah.
And then for lunch, I've actually really been enjoying like steaks. Like
Right.
mom's been getting like
Wow.
a lot of lamb and buff
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
So,
So it's a heavy like meaty diet.
yeah, I have a nice heavy meaty diet and I try not to have any sugar through the day.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. So refined sugar is a complete no-no.
Okay.
But I try to keep, natural sugars also quite less.
Okay.
Coming from fruits maybe, if I'm having a low GI fruit.
Okay, that's what
like
you
that.
ate in the afternoon. You got a
Have my lunch.
yeah.
Then I have like, and with that I've been really enjoying like these shirataki noodles and rice, which are basically like, they have a lot of fiber. They're made out of konjac root and they're like 20 calories.
Right.
Volume food,
Right.
you know. So just like having those noodles with my steak, with the peanut sauce on top.
And those
Like I love that. They're good carbs, exactly, and a lot of fiber.
right.
So that, and then for dinner I have again something meaty only, salmon and all that.
You usually get snacks.
I have, yeah, I have a charcoal latte and a matcha in the middle, and I'm very comfortable with that.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then for dinner, I again have something meaty. I'll either have a fish and some vegetables. I love broccoli.
Yeah.
So I have that.
Okay.
I eat this way also to sort of stay consistent, because I've seen if you make a routine and a pattern around how you eat and you stop. So I stopped kind of looking at every meal like, this has to be the best meal of my life.
Right.
I took food off that foodie pedestal
Correct.
and made it like brushing my teeth.
Right.
आप रोज ब्रश करते हो, नहीं तो स्मेल आएगी ना फिर दिन में. That same way with your body, आप रोज अच्छा खाओगे तो ही फिर it'll maintain.
Right.
It's not those one-time things that okay, I had a healthy meal and now I can have rubbish for like a very long time.
Yeah.
So I feel like your palate also a little bit changes when you eat a certain way for long enough.
Correct.
And with me also not drinking alcohol, like my cravings have gone down a lot. If you don't eat at night, if I used to have a lot of problems with cravings, binging, especially at night. But I've made a cutoff point that after 7 o'clock, if I'm even having something, I'm having a kada. If my throat is kharab.
Yeah. So even
That's
I
all.
try to like replace my evening, say when I'm cutting down on like desserts that I eat, because I'm big, like I love sugar. And
What's your favorite dessert?
I like a tiramisu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad loves tiramisu. My entire family loves tiramisu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You don't like mithai?
no, not
Love mithai.
no, like what mithai?
Like I love those super desi ones.
Yeah.
Like a good chum chum.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
post smoking pot, that's your favorite thing to
But-
have?
A chum, or like those milk cakes.
Milk cakes are solid.
Yeah.
Milk cakes are banging. Yeah.
I used to binge on them heavy.
But those are things that you aren't like super accessible to you at home. I mean कि पूरा टाइम घर पे मिठाई नहीं पड़ी हो.
हाँ, नहीं पड़ी होती. शुक्र है नहीं पड़ी होती.
Yeah, no, for me it's like, oh, I like whatever dessert I like ice creams. But now I've replaced that with like eating healthier desserts. Like
So many alternatives also.
exactly.
Ice creams especially.
Minus 30, like you
Yeah.
go for that. Like it's.
No to minus 30. Now there are sugar-free kulfis also.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
But again, lactose for me, right? It irritates my gut.
No,
like when you-
we have gelatos.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I try. But you also see there's a lot of fluff around fitness, around nutrition in general, right? Like every year there's a new trend that comes in. There's either keto or like intermittent fasting or like fucking 20 other things that are always around.
Yeah.
How do you cut between like the fluff and find what's right for you?
I've kept it very simple, honestly. I tried keto also. I felt like in terms of weight loss, yeah, it worked for me. And it does work if you do it correctly.
Correct.
And it is not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
You can't do it for the rest of your life.
Correct.
So it won't work out. Intermittent fasting, I somewhat still do.
Yeah.
I have like my first meal, like I put the first badam in my mouth around 8:30.
Okay.
And by 6:30, I don't have anything after that. 6:30, 7 max.
So that's a 14-hour fast. That's good.
And I've done because I've had so many experiences like
Does this life isolate you from hanging out with your friends or like as a 24-year-old? Because like your people are still, all your friends I know are still going out and like drinking and chilling and having a great time. I'm not saying that you're not doing the same thing at the gym, but these are two very different lives.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like over the last year, and I discuss this like very openly with all my friends also, all the clutter now has gone away.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great. I love all the acquaintances I have and like I love the hellos and highs. But because now I have to give 8-9 hours a day to work and I don't meet people that often. And I only like if you open my WhatsApp, it's only work messages. And sometimes I'm boggled by seeing that. But that does create that little bit of distance when my friends are going out drinking every Saturday night or something like that.
Yeah.
For me, it just doesn't feel like my zone of happy anymore,
Okay, fair.
And I think that's also cue to like find more like-minded people. So the important people and the people who really are a part of me are still with me and are going to be with me whatever I decide to do, right?
Fair enough.
But all the fluff, that was around,
That goes.
it's okay. And I'm very happy with it going
Yeah.
because I'm putting that same energy into me.
Yeah. So you've been able to find the right people during your fitness journey now.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's lovely, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you can this lifestyle itself get a little toxic? Because like when you talk about people like this guy who's recently Brian Johnson,
He left a
I found that a little strange. Like I found that to be a bit too much. That like, hey man, like why can't you relax for a bit?
But don't you think, like I was reading about this also, don't you think that
That's
for
what
us,
he does is fucking toxic. Like what Brian Johnson does.
even I think that's an
don't die. That's
extreme of things. That's an
exactly. That's
extreme.
not-
And I feel like that also comes from like not a place of longevity, but
Exactly.
maybe a place of like, I don't know, maybe insecurity
Yeah,
or
so-
maybe something like that. That,
yeah,
you know, I want to be this young forever,
correct.
you know, which,
So how do you draw that? Find that balance or draw that line that like you're not here or there. Like you don't walk in extremities.
yeah, absolutely. You're asking the wrong person because I walk in extremities.
I don't think so.
But now I'm finding a balance where sort of, you know, I'm trying to stay very consistent with my workouts. That's one thing I keep in mind. And I stay away from sugar. I try to get my protein in and I stay simple like that. I don't try to complicate it.
Yeah.
I don't try to do anything crazy. Basic mein apne supplements le leta
Yeah.
hu. And I feel nutrition can be simplified. So let's not complicate it even more because it's already seeming very complicated online.
Correct.
For a beginner who's trying to even get into this and cannot afford a nutritionist, you don't even know what kind of information they're getting or where they're starting.
I feel like the food that you get at home currently, what do you think? Like an average Indian home makes dal roti um for for lunch. You get like maybe eggs or a paratha in the morning, and at night maybe you get like chicken with roti, depending on what caste or like what religion you belong to. So is that a balanced, healthy?
I feel
nutrition
like
diet?
the Indian diet is a little protein deficient
Okay.
because I don't think that in all our meals we are getting about 10 grams of protein. Maybe if you're having an Indian meal, dal chawal aap kha rahe ho, you know, वो दाल में आधे amino acids है, उसमें आधे है, mix करके full protein. Like I feel like if you're having a predominantly, I wanted to actually talk about vegetarianism also.
Please, let's talk about because I've been trying to move to like vegetarianism.
We were talking about this.
I'm having cold chicken right now, but like that, I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm honestly trying because I don't.
But why are you trying? What is the root behind it? Tell me that.
I feel like my gut. I've been doing yoga lately, and like lately, I don't like the smell of chicken or eggs for some reason. Like it's just, I feel like मैं तो बाबा zone में जा रहा हूँ थोड़ा in life. So like I want to be vegetarian.
थोड़ा. Not in the chicken way, मैं carnivore zone में हूँ.
Yeah, exactly.
Life में लग गया.
But I feel like my skin becomes a little better, like that I'm not eating as much meat. Or like, again, like it's a mix, right? Like I've tried the keto diet as well. And even then your skin's fucking glowing. Because if you're just having
That's what.
yeah, meat. And like,
That's then all your skin.
I can't eat that heavy all the time.
It gets too much.
It gets too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even keto, I did it for a month. But I think, see, nutrition is also very personal.
Correct.
You know your body better than anyone. And how you develop a relationship with your body is picking up on these small cues.
Correct.
Which is, okay, this is making my tummy feel a little acidic. Or this is making me break out.
Correct.
What you can also do is you can have a food test to see what your potential allergens are and see, okay, this is working for me, this is not. If you feel like vegetarianism is something that you're able to comfortably do and it's suiting you, then make sure you have enough protein and be a vegetarian.
Right.
Or decide that, okay, fine, I will eat
But you don't have like a lot of things for vegetarians in like protein. Like if I'm eating vegetarian for one day, maybe the amount of protein that I'm consuming is 30 grams, and I fucking hate paneer.
Yeah, you don't like paneer.
No.
Should I give you a hack?
Yeah, tell me, is it tempeh or some shit? That's really disgusting. Have you tried tempeh?
Yeah, they asked.
Horrible.
Okay, I can't sing that, but yeah. So my hack is, if you're having dal chawal na, take a boiled egg and grate it into the chawal. Mix the chawal thoda sa in the pan.
Yeah.
ठीक है, जीरा वगैरह थोड़ा सा butter डाल के, you won't even be able to tell there's egg in that.
Okay.
And it'll come out very nice. It'll come out like a regular dal chawal.
But what if you want to be like a vegetarian? What do vegetarians do if they want to eat like more?
See, it depends. Are you an vegetarian or are you शुद्ध vegetarian?
What about vegans? Like how have you seen this documentary that came out? It's called what? It's the
Anything vegan I do.
no, don't watch.
I'm not a big promoter of being vegan,
Okay.
which is another reason like Brian Johnson, like I
Is he
feel
vegan?
like, I think he's vegan now.
Okay, yeah, but he's also
And
like
you're taking so many pills to
Yeah.
like, you know, get your essential like nutrients and
Correct.
vitamins, minerals in. उससे अच्छा आप food source से खा लो,
Correct.
which is, you know, easily absorbable by the body as well.
Correct.
So I feel like when you're vegan, you're cutting out big chunks of like different food groups.
Correct.
And then to be a vegan and then to make sure you're not getting any deficiencies, you have to be very thorough and make sure you're taking all the right supplements. So I feel like I get the cause behind it. I get that, you know, potentially like people don't want to do harm. But
Oh, fuck killing animals. Like, that's not what I'm talking about here. Like, I'm talking about, like, me. Like, I'm selfish here. Like, yeah, fuck killing animals. Like,
sorry, ma'am. I was trying to be diplomatic.
no, but like, I know, like, this can get a lot of backlash, but it's okay. Like, if I'm the entire fucking world eats meat, right? Like,
I eat meat and I'm very happy, and I wouldn't suggest you stop eating meat.
if you just take that equation out of the picture, yeah, love animals, yeah, go vegan and like all of that.
No,
But-
from a health perspective, nutrition perspective, I would
No.
not recommend it. And I feel like anybody who, you know, sort of is in this space would not. Because
What
it
do
would
you feel about
fit a lot of
supplementation?
deficiencies.
Do you take any supplements?
I take magnesium, I
Okay.
take D3,
Okay,
but
easy
that's
stuff.
about it.
Yeah, no creatine, no
I take-
protein.
So I try to get my protein from my food only, or around se mera 100 grams ho jata hai din mein. Because what am I eating? In the morning I'm having eggs, in lunch I'm having steak, raat ko I'm having...
सब हो जाते हैं.
मेरा सब हो जाता है. If I need, you know, like that thoda sa sweet craving, I'll mix like my powder into like a cup of Greek yogurt, put some fruits in it.
Some
have it.
solid things, right? Like, I feel like
I really love, I learned how to cook in the UK.
yeah, this sort of fitness is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because you do your meal prep, you do like, it's becomes a little like...
It has to be, it's a different life.
Exactly.
You know, the thing is, this whole party, I don't want to like stigmatize it. in
Yeah,
any
please
way.
stigmatize it and all that
But
you like.
I feel like that's a very different lifestyle. You're waking up at a certain hour. Yeah, and I feel like an influencer's or like a content creator's lifestyle is also, it's very easy to sort of fit into that narrative where you're going for events, you're going out at night, you're going for parties, this,
Right.
that. But this is a completely different lifestyle.
It's a, I feel, you feel like more mentally healthy when you do all of
I
this.
feel like a huge mental shift. I feel like mentally I'm in a lot more of a sane place. Because, you know, when so many things are going on, like you said, you need to take a moment to sort of sit down and reflect. In that kind of a fast life, I didn't have the time in that. I wasn't enjoying it. I was emotionally exhausted.
Yeah.
And my body was feeling inflamed, not my best.
Yeah.
The space that I'm in, my head is a lot clearer.
Yeah.
Except at night when I don't want it to be.
Right.
Now I feel like there's so much more mental clarity, and that also comes from eating a certain way, from having not too many coffees in the day, not going crazy with alcohol, not smoking in excess.
But I feel like a few people are really unhealthy when it comes to aesthetic and fitness, right? Like, I was talking to this friend of mine. He's like, oh, I want to lose. Man doesn't drink, doesn't do anything. He wanted to drop, shed off a little like water weight off his body, and he's a fit dude. Doesn't drink, doesn't do anything. But he's like, hey, I'm gonna go to this XYZ place and I'm gonna pop a pill as in like pill of ecstasy, like dance it off all out so I look a little more aesthetic. So that,
What?
yeah,
So he
Exactly.
doesn't drink, he
Doesn't
doesn't
drink.
smoke, nothing.
nothing very healthy, very
Wait, so then, so his idea was to go and dance to lose the weight.
exactly to eat a pill because it like
God,
he
no.
sweat the fuck out. Hey, you sweat the fuck out, and like when you're so attached to looking a certain way that idea is also a little unhealthy.
It is a little unhealthy.
Yeah, so where do you draw the line, right? Like when you look at like a Brian Johnson or apna desi Brian Johnson, like Joel, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I also try to understand like where you draw a line between like what balance is and like what imbalance is. Like, what are extreme?
Seen this? movie, this Demi Moore new movie.
Which one?
Too good, you should watch it.
What is the movie
It's
called?
about this, I think, the suspect and the substance.
Okay, I haven't.
She takes a substance that basically produces she's a 50-year-old, she's a fitness star,
Yeah.
okay, and she's aging and
Yeah.
she's being sort of replaced.
Yeah.
And she basically takes this substance that another girl comes out of her, which is her, but in her 20s.
Okay.
And it's about vanity and, you know, like destroying themselves. And every week they have to switch, take injections, and you should watch it. It's
Okay, I
like
watch it. Yeah.
some award winner also. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
But the meaning,
nice.
the meaning of that.
The meaning of that is that I feel like when you're going down this route now of chasing vanity, sometimes the line is extremely blurred, which is why a deeper understanding of not only being your vanity is extremely important. For me also, that realization kicked in a lot later when also I started creating content and I realized there is value in what I say, there is value in how much I know. I give more value than just the way I look.
Okay.
Because looking a certain way is going to be temporary.
Correct.
The pretty privilege I have today, I'm not going to have 10 years later. So I can't just float off of that. I need to have more value to myself.
Correct.
And I feel like any person who's trying to build and learn in other spheres of their life while also taking care of their vanity will always be very balanced. But if there is someone whose main priority is just, you know, looking good and everything else is on the side, then the balance is going to take.
Correct.
So that's how I feel about vanity.
Oh, but we still live in a world where people attach so much value to vanity.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly right. So I understand where these people also come from. But is why I actually really lately like doing yoga, because it's more about like being your integrated self. It's about feeling good than fucking looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried it out?
Not a lot, but yeah, a little bit here and there. I've enjoyed it. At times I found it a little slow for me.
Right.
But it's something that I do see myself doing in a couple years and exploring, because you know that's what's so nice about fitness. There are so many different things you can do,
Correct.
and in accordance with where you are in your life and how you're feeling.
Correct. So okay, digressing back to like that Ozempic thing that we spoke about as well, right? But what is that all about? Have you done any?
Zempic?
Yeah. Have you done any
No, I have done any.
research around
So it's
something like that?
diabetes medication.
Right.
A side effect of that medication is weight loss.
Karan Johar's done it, apparently.
Karan Johar has done it. Some you know, memes and all said that Vidya Balan's also doing it and all. So yeah, like a lot of celebrities
Right.
apparently claiming to be honest, but
Yeah.
the weight loss aspect is a side effect, and with that side effect come multiple more.
Right.
And I think globally, like they went out of stock, like
What are you
Ozempic,
saying?
because all these celebrities and everyone was having
Started doing
weight loss.
Yeah.
So, which is why I think the whole like kind of you know, topic came up and became so popular.
I feel like people need to shift inward a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Keep yourself in check, and like
Thoda sa,
you're
yeah.
so attached to like worldly values and what people think of you, and
But it's very addictive, no?
it's such a lonely
live a
life in your
public
head.
life.
Yes, exactly.
But a public life is equally lonely.
It is. It's super lonely, right? Like when because all your validation, your sense of being is so
Becomes
attached.
external.
Yes, which is
Which is why when you don't have a strong internal, you know,
Correct.
sort of understanding of yourself, you are completely floating on what everybody around is saying.
correct.
And internet to, hey, aisa, one day they like you, one day they won't like you.
Exactly.
So if you're just sailing off that boat, then, you know, you're never going to feel good enough.
But it does become like that. Like it has been like that for a lot of people that I know who are a part of, like, say, who live a very Instagram-y lifestyle. That like there's so all of these content creators, I don't know, not talking about you, but like people who creating like lifestyle content, or even me, like I don't know how much value I really put to the external world or how many likes I'm getting, and like, because it does hit me as well when I feel like, oh, this reel did so well and this reel didn't do so well. I feel like now
That does play.
that does play. I'm
100%.
mentally strong. I don't attach too much value to these things. When I create content, it's more about like me doing what I like than anything else. or I don't know if that's a story that I'm telling to myself. Like you're so attached to like validation externally. So how do you, with fitness, are there things that you can do that like you can overcome things like that? How do you balance it in your life?
I don't understand your question.
How do you balance external validation and internal validation?
Okay. So,
Because it's good. Like Instagram likes, dopamine hit. Wow, so many comments, so many likes. Wow, everyone's watching me, my video. Everyone fucking does it, right? Yeah.
fully. So I feel like when I had started off, then it was a lot more about like what people were thinking and what kind of content to make, what piece will
Yeah.
hit. But somewhere in the middle of that, I really fell in love with like the process of content
Exactly.
creation. Whether it's writing, whether it's doing the creative direction, the mood boards, whatever the whole process is, every part of it became like making a short film. So now when we are trying to even make a video, the whole, like my entire production team, all of us, we are working on it in such a detailed way, like it's a little, film of our own.
How big is your team?
My team, so I have 3 people in the production team.
Okay.
I have a creative head, which has an editing team under him. I have a manager and I have 2 interns.
Wow, you have pretty focused big team. Yeah.
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 And yeah, so 50, like I told you, 15 days a month I'm shooting.
Yeah.
And then on the rest of the days, we're sitting, the creative head and I, we're strategizing, we're editing each video together, making sure everything's in line. The interns develop the captions, the covers.
Yeah.
So it's all going like that. And now if I want to sort of expand to YouTube, then I have to look for, another editing team as well.
And I feel like you also tap into topics that aren't like, oh, this is my diet or this is my this, or you talk about like social issues more than anything else.
Little bit. You know what? I talk about something that hits me. Like this whole Ozempic topic, I became quite interested in it. So I started reading about it.
Yeah.
When it came to Build a Booty, like I just wanted to do it. I was like,
It's fun.
kya chalta hai? Then pull-up labs also, I was like, let's see. I was enjoying
Yeah, see that because a lot of people, a lot of women at the gym find it very hard to do a pull-up.
that. Had that in mind as well.
Yeah.
But each episode, like it more than the likes and everything, like our creative flow is so good that we kind of forget about that and look at the final piece with only such fresh eyes
Exactly.
that then it does well also. That's an added benefit.
Right. You feel like the amount of content that you put out is more important, or the quality of the content that you put out is more important? Because with you, I say it's quality over quantity, and that works out very well. They're not posting like mirror selfies all day and like doing all of those things, which a lot of these
I'm
fitness
really
influencers
easy
do.
on stories,
Yeah.
man. I don't.
Good, because
I feel like it's irritating also.
because it's also like some sort of like quick dopamine. Like, you know what I mean? Ke, oh, I'm looking good. I'll post a story. I'll get a few thode se likes aa jayenge, and then it's just keeping you floor. That's not what you do. Is delayed gratification, right? In a way, like you really work it out to actually get those likes.
Yeah, I kind of like to create a little bit of hype and then go to Gayab for 2 days, then release something. So for me, I feel like I have always prioritized quality over quantity, but
Right.
I have seen that quantity also helps a lot because quantity increases your visibility.
Right.
Posting one reel, okay, let's say I have one content piece ready for the entire week. So posting a second static would always be a better idea than not to post anything at all. But I would say if you are a content creator that has always, worked with quality in mind,
Right.
then you'll dishearten yourself if you put something low quality.
Fair.
Because you will have to forget the people. You'll have that expectation from yourself.
And then you always start repeating all of those things to get that, oh, like maybe if not this one, then the next one will hit, then the next one will hit. But like
it gets addictive also.
what has been one favorite piece of yours that you have researched and put out till now?
I think the periods video was very fun.
Yeah.
I really like the ecstasy video too.
Yeah. What are you doing in these videos?
So in the period video, it was supposed to be like a weather forecast
Yes.
of like the 4 phases of menstruation.
Okay.
And it was a video sort of targeted to men, to like how to tackle your girlfriend's periods.
Right.
And I had a lot of fun like making that board and finding.
Talk about one topic that you lately have been researching on and you want to make a video about in the future, but you haven't started it, but you have like a basic idea.
but that one, I just made one about alcohol.
Okay,
So
let's do
that
it.
is
Let's do
something
it. Let's
very-
run it.
So like I researched that it stops fat oxidation for 48 hours up to 73%.
Okay.
So that's something that I've mentioned in the video. Now it's a grade A carcinogen. So
Right. So when you drink, like your body stops burning fat. It
Yeah.
stores it.
yeah, it starts
For
because
how
your liver's priority now becomes burning acetate that's in the alcohol rather than the stored fat that you already have. So for about 24 to 48 hours, massively your fat burning stops. So that is something that was in mind. And this month, so we have our calendar ready for this month. So in personal content, we have topics like emotional eating, which is something I really struggle.
I feel like everyone does it, right?
Like it's one of those things like a cigarette. It's quick dopamine.
Yeah.
It's like किसी ने मुझे कुछ बोल दिया. I felt little bad. To make my mood a little better, I had a donut.
Exactly. And
And
you can replicate that shit by putting a selfie also.
exactly.
Yeah.
And what happens is that donut is most of the times the problem in your entire day. Those small pockets of emotional eating or something that you have, which
Yeah.
I really wanted to tackle. So that
How do you work that out?
on emotional eating,
Yeah.
find other mediums to sort of express your emotions, find a healthier space to do that.
Right.
And don't make your relationship with food based on your emotions.
Understand.
Comes also with a little bit of self-respect and for me, writing about my body. And my body is not a trash can.
Correct.
I cannot put anything and everything in it.
Yeah.
I respect my body.
Yeah.
And I have written things like these, are pages of things like these for months and months. And initially you don't believe it.
Correct.
But I promise that you do it enough, and you reinstill it enough, and you will soon start believing it.
It's that prefrontal cortex, like that you have to like
Telling you.
store shit into. No, this has been great, and like all the information that you've provided us today has been like eye-opening. So before we actually end this, I want to ask you a few wacky questions that in this season my copywriter was adamant on like introducing because he thinks the podcast gets too informative. So he's like, oh, we need to add some fun, and we were
I
like,
don't think
sure.
ours was. I think ours was super fun.
It's a mix.
You guys tell us.
Yes, you tell us. If you could train with any fictional character, who would it be?
With any fictional character. Barbie, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Being so gay, I'm wearing also pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, Barbie, fully.
Cute. If
We
I can
trained
also,
together.
if I can also answer that, I feel like it would be Peter Griffin,
Who's that?
the fat guy in the Family Guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never actually watched The Family Guy.
No, you watch clips though.
I watch clips.
Huh.
Now I watch clips only.
But why would you want to work? You look like a Barbie yourself with the pink and like everything. So you're good there. You're working out with yourself.
Yeah, good.
What is the weirdest food combination that you secretly love that would horrify a nutritionist?
ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है. I feel like I like achar with everything. Like I love like garlic ka achar.
Okay.
Mixing
Garlic
it
achar
with
is
basically everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not weird like that. I have very nice, food combinations that'll work well. Next question.
Okay, next question. If you had to give a TED talk on something completely unrelated to fitness or nutrition, what would it be?
Fitness and nutrition. Maybe content creation.
Okay,
Maybe
good shout.
sort of eating disorders, self-esteem.
Yeah.
That maybe comes in the
Nice.
same category.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wellness in general.
Wellness in general. Trying to think. Being confidence, all of that stuff. Yeah.
Mental health.
Mental health. Yeah.
If you had a superpower, what would it be and what would your superhero name be? Yeah.
I want to be able to like hear people's thoughts. I feel like I've developed a good sense of that already.
Don't you think that gets too much shit in your head?
It does, but like I'll have a mode where I can switch it off also.
Okay, fair. Fair. So mode of switching it off is super important.
Yeah.
You're stuck on a deserted island, but the only thing that you can only take 3 ingredients to survive. What would be on your menu?
3 ingredients to survive.
Yeah.
Okay, they have to be like one piece or like ek cheese to unlimited supply.
Yeah. Everything is unlimited supply.
But 3 things of unlimited
Right.
supply. Okay, I'll take my lamb steaks. And what's the third one? I'll take my journal. Yeah.
No, food ingredient.
सिर्फ खाने का?
सिर्फ
अच्छा.
खाने.
Oh.
Nutrition.
अरे यार. हाँ, I'll take eggs.
Okay.
Keto. And I'll take that like konjac rice thing. Which
Jim,
was
this
really good.
episode has been a nightmare for any vegan who's watching it.
Yeah, vegans, it should title it Vegans Don't Watch.
Yeah, we should title it that. But it was so much fun having you, Ravya, on the pod. So fucking awesome.
It was my first pod, guys. Tell me how I did.
Yes, we tell it in the comments. Amazing.